Hello everybody and welcome back to Juno New Origins, where we just accepted this contract here, and this one is a progression mission. So we need to go through all the checkpoints in under 5 minutes, and the track distance is 7.62 kilometers, which doesn't seem too bad. So my question is this ground or air? That distance must be ground, right? So let's hop into here, and we're going to grab our off-road car, which is actually a semi right now. We're going to load that up, and I'm going to save this as the flying semi. There we go. Perfect. And now what we need to do is we need to convert this back into being an off-road car. So I'm going to remove these wings here. I'm going to grab these tires, and we're going to place them up here. This is not... Okay, that's not ideally positioned. Now I'm going to grab all of this, and we're going to ditch that. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to have these guys be here. This is going to need to be... What angle should this be at? I guess here is correct. Okay, so that seems fine. I want to make sure that we do not have suspension. Correct. And the wheels are going that way. Is that fully reversed? Pretty sure both of these should be reversed. Like that. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Let's put this out on the DSC westward runway for right now. I'm not sure if we're going to need more speed than what we've got here. So this is fine for the moment. Oh, it is very dark. Okay. Nope, this is reversed. Okay, let's pull this back. And I guess we could slap some headlights on it. So, or at least a headlight. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put in a light here. I think... Oh, that's awkward. Okay, we can put this light about there. That'll be fine. These are now reversed, so we need to unreverse them. There we go. Cool. I don't know, that feels weird to me. I don't know why. Okay, so let's put this back out. And the question is, do we have enough speed to do this? Now, this is currently off-road, right? And this light is off. Let's see about turning that on. Apparently, I can't select it. There we go. So now it's on. Cool. That'll give us, you know, a terrible amount of light. Okay, we wasted 30 seconds. So this is capping out about 20 meters per second. And there are 16 checkpoints. Okay, let's pull this back. I think we need to turn down our traction here a bit. I also want to grab this light. There we go. And I want to move it to be about here. There we go. That'll do. And both of those should be on by default. I guess we can put them in activation group 1. Okay, that'll be fine. Now, we can turn down our torque here to increase our top speed. Or rather, we need to reduce our gear ratio to do that. But we can also turn down our torque, and that'll reduce our acceleration somewhat. So we can put our gear ratio at, I don't know, maybe like 2.8. That's probably way too low. And the torque at, say, 1400. Let's see how that feels. Oh, and I want to save this as the off-road car. Okay. There we go. Cool. Hopefully we didn't lose the flying semi, but I don't think we did. Okay, so let's proceed forward here. You can definitely see that our acceleration is quite slow. Our acceleration is actually very slow. So that's a potential concern. But we knew that our acceleration was going to be slow. That was always understood that that was going to be the case. This is too slow of acceleration, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to have a very good max speed. But this is going to be a kind of delicate balancing act, right? This is a very slow acceleration. We're currently at about 30 meters per second, which is less than half of our overall top speed. It's taken us over a minute to get to this point. So acceleration is definitely a concern. We can increase our torque, and that will help matters there. Now, once we get up here, we're going to want to do very little as far as losing speed goes. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have to pull this back and change that torque. Okay, so where's the next checkpoint? It is out this direction. Oh, that's very, very close. Okay. The next checkpoint is out over here. The next one is quite a ways away up this direction. And all that turning lost us a fair amount of speed. The overall question, of course, is, does that matter how much speed we ended up losing? I don't know. The answer to that is, we'll see. It depends on how close together the rest of these checkpoints are, right? Oh, we just had that happen. So there goes all of our speed. That, of course, is that physics bug that we run into occasionally. So that's not ideal, for sure. We're going to have to pull this back and definitely crank up that torque. So we'll undo an exit. And let's turn up the torque. So we're going to put this at maybe around 3,500 for torque. Somewhere around there. I mean, we could keep this up at, you know, like 4,200, somewhere around there. Is that going to be too much? No, that's not too much torque. This is going to massively increase the cost, of course. But that's fine. And you can see already just how much difference that makes in our acceleration. It's not, you know, extremely fast acceleration, but it's reasonably good. So this should be much, much better for us in getting this thing completed quickly. So this is 50 meters per second. Question is even this fast enough? I don't know. We'll find out. There are definitely dials that we can spin to increase how quickly we can get through this. So I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, this is 60 meters per second right now. I'm wondering how our turn is going to feel. Okay, it's very sensitive. We just barely tap the turn. There we go. Yeah, that felt great. I'm not concerned about that. That's a little more concerning. We're under control, though. We got there. Cool. And we're still moving at like 30 meters per second. So we're making very good time here. Okay. Small little hiccup there. I'm not sure where this next location is. Out over here. Okay. We're kind of careening all over the place right now. Of course, it's still very dark. And so it's a little hard to see, but that's the purpose of the headlights. Which aren't very useful when our nose is at the sky. Okay. Ooh. There goes one light, but that's okay. We've still got another one. So we couldn't really steer there because that ramp became a jump. Where's the next checkpoint at? 3 parts. What? We just barely tapped that at like 1 meter per second and our cockpit just randomly exploded. Okay, that's clearly a bug. Let's try this again, shall we? Because, yeah, there's no circumstance in which our cockpit should even impact that. At least in theory. At least in theory. Okay, let's go through this at 2x. We know that this is a very long, straight portion. So let's go through this nice and quick. I think that we can do this. We just need to not have our cockpit randomly explode from impacting a building at 1 meter per second. That's very silly. Okay, so down we go to normal speed at this point. And let's head out over this way. Cool. And then out this direction. And then out this way without hopefully overshooting too much. There we go. Keeping an eye on our battery, it looks pretty okay. So checkpoint 5 is out over here. We're very sensitive on the wheels turning, that's for sure. And we always have... Ooh, that didn't actually take. There we go. We always have that little bit of a physics bug there as we're going through that section. That's happened consistently. So that's definitely noted. The main concern up here, of course, was that the ramp here gave us too much air. And that caused us to impact. And to impact up here uncontrollably. Okay, brakes are on right now, but brakes are doing very, very little. So that's noted. I guess we'll just turn this direction. Okay. Planet aligned, please. What is this? Where are we? Okay. Cool. So we know that we're going to need to be up through here. We've still got about half of our time remaining. Can we fit through here? Yes, we can. Fantastic. Let's get this turned around. Apparently we have a really hard time braking and going in reverse. That is noted. Okay, let's get this turned. Very awkward through this area. Okay. Can we fit through here? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Time to accelerate. We've got a ways to go up here. There's some real precision driving up this way. So the lack of braking and backing capacity could be a problem for us. Yeah, we're definitely struggling to brake a bit here. And what I'd like to do here is just back into this, right? Something like this. Ooh, we clipped onto the building there. There we go. Okay, checkpoint 10 is along this building. I think technically we're supposed to be on the other side of this wall, but this is going to be interesting for sure. Okay, where's checkpoint 11? It's just a few meters this way. Okay. We've got about 1 minute, so timing is a bit of an issue. And that happened again. Okay. So in that case, this is consistently happening where we're hitting that wall very slowly, and then our entire cockpit is exploding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this whole section up here. I'm going to move this forward to be about here. And that should get us more space, so that hopefully that doesn't happen quite as much. I'm also going to move these back to be about here, so that we're a little bit more protected by these wheels, is the idea. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to adjust some work on these wheels. So the brake torque is at its max. That's noted. I'm going to turn up the gear ratio to 4. And we'll see how that goes. That's going to drop our top speed a little bit, but I think that top speed isn't our primary concern at this point. I think we need a bit more acceleration. Okay. So let's accelerate on up to that top speed, which is about 51.5 meters per second. And we may want to crank the torque up as well. We'll see. So let's grab this checkpoint. Definitely takes a little while to get to this checkpoint. We might be able to have a better starting position. In fact, we probably could have a better starting position than what we've chosen here. I'm going to try that. Let's actually undo an exit, and let's try the other runways to see if one puts us in a significantly better position to start with. So this is a westward runway. Let's try the eastward runway. Ah, I see. This is the start checkpoint. So we do need to start this on the westward runway then. Okay. So that's noted. I'm going to crank up the torque here to 7,000. And let's see if that's too much. No? Okay. We're in the wrong location still, though. We need to be on the westward runway. There we go. Okay. So, with the additional torque, that means we'll accelerate that extra little bit faster. And let's just make our way up to this checkpoint. So, as you can see here, we're moving pretty decently. We don't really need off-road wheels for this, but they're convenient in protecting our car. So, I'm trying to keep the off-road wheels around here. 700 meters until this checkpoint. Okay, coming out of time acceleration. There we go. And let's grab checkpoint 3. Checkpoint 4. And then whipping around to checkpoint 5. We are going to have a little bit of air that we'll get on the way there that we can't do anything about. It's a physics bug as far as I can tell. Actually, it didn't happen this time. Remarkable. Okay, so now we're going to head out this way. And in theory, we should be able to make our way around through this section a fair amount faster this time. Ooh, there's a bit of a physics bug. Okay. Okay. Definitely... Oh, these wheels are a little bit big. It's an awkward route here, to be sure. Working on backing up, but the reverse torque is still not great here. And we've managed to wedge ourselves in here. Amazing. And there goes the cockpit. It didn't even impact anything. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that that did anything. So I'm thinking about the path that we take here, right? What would be the intended path? Because you go here, then here, then here. It's definitely going to be a little awkward. Any way we slice it. That's just a very strange path. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll just have to do it, right? But yeah, that cockpit just randomly exploding for no reason, that's pretty exciting. And it's happening reasonably consistently, but only when we impact buildings, which is weird. This cockpit is extraordinarily safe when we're not impacting buildings. So that's certainly noted. Let's see about getting through this section in X2. Wow, that turn is sensitive. Okay. In X2, the turn is incredibly, incredibly sensitive. Let's come out of X2. We definitely got a ways through that. There's that physics bug that we hit this time. Okay. And now we're going to head off this direction. But yeah, this is just a very awkward path in this area. As far as I can tell, there's not really a better way to take this. Other than something along the lines of this, right? I suppose we could do this and then come around this way. But we're going to have to go all the way around these buildings then. I'm not sure if that's better or worse. Okay. Now, this is clearly intended that we be inside of this building when we come up here. So that's fine. We can enter that building. We'll just come up onto the tarmac here. And we can head in like this. Ooh. Once again, our cockpit definitely didn't hit anything there. Okay. Well, for the moment, I'm going to keep going here. We're going to revert this because we want to have that cockpit stick around. But I'm going to grab this, and then structural panel is taking damage there. Yeah, it's very interesting. In that case, I think I understand, but yeah. So then I want to know where the other checkpoints are, right? And we're going to fail this, but we're going to reset it as well. So checkpoint 12 is out over this direction. That timing is very interesting. So we're going to have to take that corner more slowly in the future. That's understood. But I want to know where these checkpoints are. So here's 13. And then 14 is up over this way. So this is all easy enough. Where's 15? Actually, we can probably finish this, but I don't want to do that with Yuri dead. Do we get anything from having this crewed? I mean, no. But I don't want Yuri to be dead. Okay, so we finished that with time to spare. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. And this time, we're going to keep Yuri alive. That's the goal anyway. That's the hope. Okay. Let's accelerate this on up. It's a kind of awkward route, no doubt about that. But we just need to take that one turn more slowly at this point. We now basically know where our trouble points are, and we should be able to just cruise right through this. In theory. So here's checkpoint 2. We're going to head right on, oh, that's so sensitive, to checkpoint 3. And checkpoint 4. And over to checkpoint 5. Well, that was awkward. And to checkpoint 6. From here, I'm going to turn off the warp speed. Okay, we're slowing down. Okay. We need to go through here. I'm going to take the same path that we did previously. This path seems a little bit cleaner, even though it's a little out of the way, for sure. Okay. So around this way we go. I'm going to go back into 2x for right now, as we get through this somewhat longer portion here. Okay. We're going to need to start braking fairly soon here. In fact, I'm doing it now. And we're moving a lot slower now. Perfect. We're going to come in through here. We're going to not lose a bunch of time here. We're going to come up over this direction. Man, I really hate having the view changing be bound to the next button, to the brake button. I need to change that, to be honest. Okay, now we're heading off to checkpoint 12. We're making really good time here, and from here we know it's pretty clean. Okay. Checkpoint 13. Checkpoint 14 is off this direction. Easy enough. There we go. Checkpoint 15. We're going to head off this way. And we've got a full minute to get this done. This is going to be very simple. Beautiful. The last checkpoint's just right here, so no issue here. Lots and lots of time left. There we go. Fantastic. So we'll recover that craft. Oh, it's traveling too fast. Hang on. Let's bring it to a halt. There we go. Now we should be able to recover it. Perfect. So that is all looking good. So there's that contract completed. The question is, are we going to have... Oh, that's rejected. Refresh. Are we going to have any more progression contracts? The answer is no. So we're probably just going to complete something in here that is going to give us some tech points then. Okay, that'll be fine. But that'll be something for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.